Hello, beautiful goddesses. I am just so grateful for all of you ladies. I am actually online right now putting together some full moon affirmations for this week because this is the full moon week. Um, and I'm drinking my water. Have you drank your water yet? I usually drink 16 ounces of water in the morning, every morning. As soon as I wake up, I warm it up because actually warm water is actually really easier on your digestive system than cold water is. Well, in general, I mean, maybe not for everybody, but in general, it is a little bit gentler on your system. So I warm up my water in a coffee cup and I just sip on it all morning. So I at least get my 16 ounces first thing in the morning. And it's really good too because when you first wake up, we tend to be a little bit dry from overnight not drinking water. So now the reason why I'm hopping on is because this is the full moon week and it does do I love the full moon. I absolutely love the full moon. I'm a Cancerian. I'm ruled by the moon, so I absolutely love the moon. But there is a flip side to that. The full moon can raise some symptoms and raise some things within us that maybe we're not aware of. So I thought I would jump on here and give you some of my insight of what happens with me during the full moon. So since the brain tumor and the brain injury, so starting in 2018 and then 2019, I have had to overcome quite a bit of symptoms and quite a few new challenges that I've never had before. And so one of those things that snuck up on me that I didn't even realize was going on is the full moon energy and what it does to me during the whole week of the full moon, because we have a week of full moon energy. So if you're starting to feel, if you're like the full moon is on Friday of this week and you're starting to feel some wonkiness ahead of time, or you're noticing it, especially if you're working in the medical facility, you're going to notice it with your residents and patients. If you're noticing it in people ahead of time, it's because we have 7 days of full moon energy. It starts 3 days before the full moon and 3 days after. So we have a whole week of full moon energy that can affect us. And so just be aware of that if you're starting to feel it, because I start to feel it like the day of the full moon week. Right away, I'm feeling it. And then it usually spikes at the actual full moon and starts to even out after that. So now, I wasn't the first one that noticed this in myself because, I had a lot going on with the brain injury and everything, trying to heal myself or working on healing myself and working on all that stuff. So I didn't really notice it at first. My husband is the one that noticed it. And he calls it my phantom period because I had a hysterectomy, a total hysterectomy when I was, I want to say 39 years old, and I'm 46 now. So, side note, if you've had a hysterectomy or if you're going into menopause and you need some suggestions about like holistic things to help with that, let me know because I've been through all that already. So I know quite a bit. I never did the hormone replacement therapy. I never did any pharmaceuticals with it. I was able to get through it holistically. So if you need insight on that, let me know. But anyways, so he calls it my phantom period because I have a spike of symptoms. Like I get more headaches, I get more achiness, I get such extreme fatigue. I mean, I already have brain fatigue because of the brain injury. Times that by 20, like extra fatigue. I am just out of it. My brain feels wonky, my eyes feel wonky, everything is just spiked. And then not only that, my intuition gets higher, my psychic abilities even spike even more. I get extremely creative, like I just want to create and do things. Say hi, Medusa. So, I get extremely like, I have all these ideas that come to me. I get inspirations. I get dreams, vivid dreams, and messages from the other side. I get so much at one time. So I've got the spiritual aspect of it, the mental aspect of it, and the body aspect of it. So I'm getting it on all levels. And I'm probably pretty sure that 90% of you ladies are as well. And maybe not even realizing it. So oh, and I get so emotional. Like, I cry about everything. I feel like I want to cry right now. I'm like, I just want to cry about everything. I mean, and again, I'm a Cancerian, so I'm emotional to begin with. So you add that, it's like, whoa. So I'm like this ball of just chaos and greatness and just beautiful things and just everything, especially during the full moon week. And so my husband noticed it first because I kept complaining about the same symptoms. And then I have kept a journal since 2018 of symptoms because of just everything medical wise and stuff, because they always ask for your symptoms. And so I've kept a journal for that. And so when I looked back, come to find out, every week, every month, the week of the full moon, this is when things spike for me. So I started doing some research and I started meditating and started asking questions, asking the doctors, asking holistic doctors and all that stuff. And what I have found, according to my brain doctor, according to my holistic doctor, I mean, medical doctors, I love you guys. I mean, you guys do great work, but I wasn't getting a lot of answers there. But with my neurosurgeon, Dr. Dashnow, he gave me some insight on it, and plus my holistic doctor, Dr. Katie and Dr. Shelson at Shelson's in Caro, I got some answers. And yes, the full moon affects your brain. It does, right? And we are ruled by the planets, you know, and our human bodies are. I'm sorry, my cat is like nudging my phone right now. So we are ruled by all that. And so it affects us on a very deep level, and especially people who are empaths, psychics, mediums, sensitive, have invisible illnesses or chronic conditions, brain injuries, just anything along those lines, you're going to be affected a lot more intensely during this full moon week. Now, I used to get so emotional. Sorry, someone's wanting to join our group. So emotional about the fact that I was so emotional during this week and that I was having all these extra pains and just all this stuff would flare up. And then afterwards, I gradually start to feel better. And then I'd have great weeks. And then all of a sudden, wham, knocked off my feet again. And I'm like, what is going on? You know? I'd come to terms with the fact that I have brain injury and that there's some things that come along with that. And I'm working diligently every single day to heal that within myself, heal it. And I've come a long way. I mean, the brain tumor shrunk and I don't have a lot of symptoms per se. I do still get the brain fatigue quite a bit. I still, I have light sensitivity. That's why I have these glasses. I just got these. These are brand new. What do you think? And so I got these tents on my glasses because I have such light sensitivity when I go out into the world. My house is normally really dark because of that reason. We went through and changed all our light bulbs and did a bunch of different things after I had the brain injury. And luckily, my husband's very understanding because we live, I want to say, almost in darkness on a regular basis. And I wear these glasses normally, and that's just part of it. That is just part of my life. And I have come to terms with that, accepted it, and honor my eyes, honor my brain that, you know, I just am very light sensitive. And so that's something, you know, and I have sound sensitivity as well. It's gotten better. It has gotten better. That has gotten better. So I'm grateful for that. But sometimes, you know, and there's some quirky things about me too. Like, when my husband likes to tend to ask a lot of questions at like a very short amount of time, my brain can't process things quickly like that. And so when he's asking question after question after question, that just was like, no, everything just shuts down. Like, I cannot compute. So anyways, But during the full moon week, everything intensifies. Like it gets extra, like times 20 for me. So I'm like, huh. And then I'm inspired during the full moon, right? And I want to release things and I want to make magic happen. And I just have all these ideas that come to me and all this good stuff that comes to me during the full moon. So there's just all this good energy that comes from the full moon that I'm just loving. And I used to beat myself up because I couldn't follow through on those things during the full moon week because I was so tired. So I'm like, why are you giving me all these inspirations? This is me talking to my spirit guides. Why are you doing this to me during the full moon when you know that my physical body cannot do anything about it? Why are you doing this? Literally, that's my conversation with them. And them laughing at me. And so what I have discovered is, number one, stop beating yourself up. Okay? Just stop. We're human beings. We have moments and things that we that affect us, and that's okay. It's okay. We're human beings. So what I've done is that I stopped trying to figure it all out. Basically, is an acceptance. Okay, the full moon affects me like this every month. So I have adjusted my schedule to the best I can during this full moon. And every week during the full moon, or every week of the full moon, each month, I adjust my schedule where I'm not doing as much and I'm doing a little bit less and I'm taking more care of myself and I'm being a lot more gentler. And I've come up with some tools and I'm still tweaking the tools and figuring things out. And I've had discussions with my husband about it. And we've talked about it, how I get during the full moon and, and what I could do to make it easier on him as well, because it's daunting on him as well, watching me go through it, not being able to help me, then me, sometimes getting snippy with him because I'm in pain, so he's like, we've had to have a lot of conversations on like, what can we do to help you as well during this full moon week, right? So I don't want to become a hermit during the full moon. I just don't. So I've had to develop some things to help me out. So my days are a lot shorter during the full moon. Basically, I don't do a lot I do a lot in the morning, and then the rest of the day I'm pretty much just hanging out, taking care of myself. And I drank a lot more water. My cat just stepped on my computer and just everything went wonky. I sleep a lot more. Like, sleep is going to be a very big thing for you if you are affected by the moon, is to try to get as much sleep as you can, because the moon can mess with our sleep patterns. So my room's dark at nighttime, and I tend to go to bed a lot earlier. I'm literally in bed around 5 o'clock. Am I sleeping? No. At 5 o'clock at night. Am I sleeping? Probably not, but I am in bed, resting and getting prepared to go to bed, because my sleep is kind of messed up during the full moon, especially. I have sleeping challenges to begin with, but you throw that in the mix, it does a thing. I do a lot more meditations. I do a lot of full moon meditations and full moon yoga, just to really embrace that energy as I can. And then, instead of beating myself up about the fact that I can't follow through on the things that I want to follow through on, or the inspirations that keep coming to me because they're not stopping, I have a journal now that I write the inspirations down as they come through. So every time I think a thought, I write it down in a journal and I go, okay, so it's there. So I don't forget about it. I can get back to it when I do feel better. I can go back into that journal and pick things and, and then put them into action, because I have a lot of great things that come through during the full moon week that I just can't follow through physically or mentally. And so, but I'm able to take those ideas afterwards and put them into action. What time is it? Oh, it's only 6 o'clock. My dogs are starting to wake up. So, and then, okay, some supplements, like Magnesium is going to be like a big thing. I take magnesium. This is a magnesium cell salt, like a holistic cell salt that I take. This really helps with headaches. Really, really helps with headaches and pain. Magnesium in general is really good, especially if you have a brain injury, especially if you have any type of autoimmune disease or any type of fatigue or anything like that. Just in general, magnesium is great because when we get stressed out, our body gets rid of magnesium, like depletes it of magnesium. So we need magnesium. And I've been finding this out through this whole journey in the last couple years, how much we need magnesium. So I drink a magnesium drink at nighttime that I got from Dr. Shelson. And I drink that every night before I go to bed, and that has been very helpful. And then I also take extra of the cell salts, magnesium cell salts, which I absolutely love. And these, though, I would take like 3 tablets every 20 minutes for 4 hours is usually what I do, especially if I have a headache, and that really does help. Ice, hot and cold, like literally hot and cold, because the full moon, what it does to our brains is it just puts us off balance. And, we're water. And so with the full moon, controls the tides and the oceans and all that stuff. And so it controls things within us because we are mostly water, and it can affect our brains. And so it can make us be off balance. It can cause dizziness. It can cause us to be, extra tired and cranky and all that good stuff. So anyways, I have noticed for me personally, if I alternate hot and cold throughout the day, I seem to be more balanced. And so what I do is I have an ice cap that you can get off of Amazon for migraines. It's called a migraine ice cap. And what it is like an ice pack, but it's shape of a hat. You put it in the freezer, and then you pull it out when you need it, and you just wear it. And you just put it on your head and you wear it. And then so I will do that until it gets warm, the ice pack. I'll wear it. And it comes down to about your neck area, which is good because my neck usually hurts during that time as well. So it comes down here, and it kind of like comes about here to your eyes, or you can even pull it more. So I'll do that. And then this is a rice pad. So I heat this up in the microwave, and I put it around my neck, and just the pressure alone helps. And then the heat of it. So I'll wear this until it gets cold, and then I'll alternate that throughout the day. On my really challenging days, I usually do that. And then rest, and watch funny movies and do things that make you feel good. And I eat a lot more during this time as well. So, eat, the things that make you feel good. I mean, literally, I have pancakes every day because it makes me feel good. And I love pancakes. And so, I make them healthy. I make healthy pancakes, gluten-free, healthy. I throw zucchini in there and some walnuts and things like that. I mix it up. But anyways, and I use maple syrup because it's, good for you. So I do that. Do good, healthy things for yourself to make you feel good. Go get a massage. At the end of this week on Saturday, I'm going to get a massage. And, so, go get a massage. Do a self massage if you can't get to a massage, do every day for an hour. I will sit in my living room with a thing on my eyes and listening to meditation music and just relax and just breathe. If you can't do an hour, do 5 minutes, do something. And try to do not as many appointments during this week. And just really embrace the power as much as you can. It's a very powerful time, this full moon energy. She is very powerful, Miss Luna. So, go outside if you can and embrace her energy. Put your hands up like this and just draw in her energy. And just be with her. And I'm going to release some affirmations in the group today for this next week for the full moon. Embrace those affirmations and just be gentle with yourself. And don't beat yourself up because it's okay. It's okay to have rough days. It's okay to have challenging days. It's okay. Every month for a whole week I'm feeling that way, you know, and before I had my hysterectomy, it was my period affected me. So, I mean, I get it. I understand. But if anything, if you take anything away from this video is just don't beat yourself up. Love yourself more during this time and have compassion for other people, because if you're going through it, most likely other people are going through it. So if you're at the store and someone is snippy during this full moon week, don't add to their snippiness by being snippy back to them. Take a breath and think to yourself, they're probably feeling the effects too and don't even know it. So just send them love, send them good energy, and go about your day. Don't add to the negativity. Give some positivity out there to people, because we all need it, especially during the full moon week. So anyways, I hope this served you well. I wish you nothing but love, peace, and joy. And if you have any questions or insight extra that you need on the full moon weeks, feel free to message me. I will get back to you as soon as I can. And I love you. Bye.